Unrelated, I'm proud of the growth from Alfredo, from a spoiled rich kid to a decent person. I mean, Alfredo has had huge leaps in character growth and arcs and stuff, especially after the whole... It's like they throw all of the tropes on their head. They set up the trope, the young boy who's leading the Crystal Braves, this legion of soldiers and everything, very anime-esque. But then they flip it on the head and be like, you know, the Crystal Braves are there just good for money, and they've totally undermined everything, and all of the Crystal Braves are gone, right? There's a lot of times where they set up a trope to follow certain storylines that we're used to, and then they kind of flip it on its head and do something really, really cool with it. So, or really sad and terrible, Alfredo. There you are. Sorry, I took a minute to go relive some memories. Spent way too long. Sorry, Kryle. We're here now. Short distraction. We're into it. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Radzat-Han. Vile beasts have appeared as out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people at Radzat-Han are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go there at once. They need our help. All right. Agreed. Kryle, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. You're right. I don't like it, but you're right. Very well. Similar phenomenon may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know at once. If the sky's burning, just put on some sunscreen. You'll be fine. Be safe out there, yes? Let us make for Yedlamad. Yedlamad? We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Thancred is a bro, absolutely. I mean, to be fair though, Thancred apparently was quite the ladies' man in his own time. So if he saw the Warrior of Light hung up on a girl, he'd probably be like, yo, need me to be wingman? No similar creatures have been sighted here in Charlian. That said, the early signs may manifest in other regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. With the fall of the tower and Thavnair and the Hanish were beginning to enjoy a semblance of peace, and now this. We do not wield the creation magics that the ancients did, yet these abominations appear. Whatever could be the cause? Yeah, we still don't know, like, what the root cause of all of this is. Like, we don't even know what the root cause of the original magics is. We know that the celestial ethers stopped, and that it was once they stopped that at certain junction points in the ether flow of the planet, things appeared, but like all of that, we have no idea. Was it the dragons? Are the dragons at fault? I mean, the dragons traveled here from a long distance away. So maybe once the dragons arrived, they caused the celestial magic to stop and everything fell apart. I don't know. It's Omega's fault, definitely. Alpha's the only one that can fix this. Save us, Alpha. All hail Alpha. Alpha. I'm glad for Kryl's support. I'll also call upon Hori Boulder and the others to assist us. They'll be our eyes and ears in the field, as they have been many times before. Our spy network is going out. If this calamity is indeed come to Thavnair, it's all too likely that Corvos across the strait finds itself in similar predicament. Even now, it remains an imperial province, and as such, it may be some time before we can ascertain the situation there. We can only hope that Kryl and Tataru will be able to provide us some insight sooner rather than later. In ancient times, the phenomenon were first observed in places where the celestial currents had grown weakest. It would seem there is a stagnancy of ether in the skies above Radzat-Han, unbeknownst even to Vitra. That celestial ether. If the might of Vitra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay, Radzat-Han is in dire straits indeed. We must go at once. Ha! Dire straits! In ancient times, it was first observed in places where the celestial currents had grown weakest. Okay. Checking out if there's anything else I missed. I would rather accompany you to Thavnair, but Raha's concerns are well founded. The last thing I want is to be a burden, so I'll remain here with Tataru and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battle to come. Godspeed on your journey, Jake. All right, we gotta go without them. We'll go first. That's fine. Let's meet out in the main hall, and then we can go. Stagnant flow in ether areas. Have you all caused any stagnant flow of ether anytime soon? No stagnant flow or anything? Make sure you're moving, all right? There's no stagnancy here. Good job, Harsh. Keep it busy. All right, let's go to Iselbard. Kryl needs a break, all right? Kryl's had a hard time recently, so. I don't know who Vineboom is, but I'm sure they're a well-known Final Fantasy XIV creator. What? That was 1,000 gil to travel here? Jeez. Jeez, that was expensive. Normally it's like 400. Whoa.
Beasts did rise.
Look, just because I woke up in the morning doesn't mean you can call me a vile beast, all right? The skies definitely burn.
In their wake but blood and ash.
Whoa. Whoa.
Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. 3 dooms to unmake all we were.
3 dooms to unmake all we were. What? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
Oh, we've seen the news.
What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact.
Do they come from the people?
The people of Radzatan themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
Why didn't you transform then? Or were they the ones that were tempered?
Was observed throughout our lands. The first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The large one's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Unenviable for sure.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlin. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
No, I think we're ready to go. Those creatures were nasty, man.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
That one with like the extra mouth in his chest, that gave me right heebie-jeebies for sure. The final days begins. But can we end the final days? Or must we walk to the end of finals days? The end of music. Innocent souls twisted and reformed into unholy abominations. I thought I'd seen the last of such nightmares with the Sin Eaters. We must act quickly, Jake. Every moment we tarry means another soul may be lost to this nightmare. It literally is the Sin Eaters all over again, which we really disliked. That was like the grossest and most nasty part of the whole Shadowbringers ordeal. If it's true that the hosts themselves have transformed into beasts, why even the Radiant host could suffer the same fate? Or us, perish the thought. Yeah, well, my question is, why didn't some of these people transform? I shall survey the environs closely as we go about our search. There may be some clue as to how we can combat this phenomenon. Usually the most dangerous foe in a worm's dominion is the worm themselves. If I were Vrita, I would be as offended as I am horrified. Yeah, who is this first creature that appeared? So the beasts are not born of creation magics run amok, but rather the altered forms of the people themselves. In that sense, the manifestation of the final days differs from that which we witnessed in Amarat. And for the worse, I dare say. If any man, woman, or child could become a beast at any moment, there's no telling whence the next threat might come. We must exercise extreme caution. Don't worry, no matter how grim things might get, I won't lose heart. I'm ready whenever you need me. Alright, you all better be like super safe, okay? Super, ultra, mega, hyper, omega, alpha safe. Hi Freya. That is an awesome outfit. Are you here to help us? Are you here to help us? Your love's too strong. We got, oh, there's a floating bed. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta stop this before it gets any worse. Everyone has assembled, yes? I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the Blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. Why are they bringing up the Shadowbringers music again? Oh, it was so bad in Shadowbringers. It is the sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Vritra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them and do all your power to destroy this blasphemy. Why do I feel like even if we destroy them, the sky is not going to turn normal? Wait a minute, if the sky turned red, wouldn't that turn everyone into Warrior of Lights? Then why is Ash like floating up? Where have we seen that before? All right, dungeon time. Who's coming? Man, this is a whole different level of parkour. We got to get to that floating bed up there. Krinika, you ready? B team up here. The Lalas and Harsh. There we are. Okay, cool. Slash ready check. We got Lalaki, we got Freya, we got Krinika. Oh, Freya's gonna try healing? That's awesome. It's a good thing that I'm such a great player that I never need any healing or reses, so that way we don't have to tax Freya anymore. There's Krinika. Let's go with your fancy gear. Oh, that Reaper outfit. It's the party of the talls and the one small. We must protect Lalaki at all costs. Oh, that's a nice outfit. Very modern, very sleek. Love the pant cuffs. Oh, switched up. Gotta re-glam. Less warm. That's true. That's true. We are on an island. All right. Enter with a party of other players. Vanasparti.